Hello, friends. Welcome to Akulmach Live. I'm your host, Chandrakant. And today, as the subject, it is very, very important because it is affecting everyone. It is about uncertainty. We are passing through a huge era of uncertainty, especially if you are in business. Uh, it is very difficult to gauge anything. There are many things which are affecting the world today. It is very difficult to exactly say what is going to affect us today, because whichever business you are doing, if you are in healthcare, there are advancement happening in the healthcare business because of which your expertise, your skills and your investment may not yield results that you have expected, because you started making some investment in the healthcare business with the intention that you will actually break even in like 2 years, 3 years, or even 10 years, up to you. However, it's very difficult to even make those kind of projections. Very, very tough. If you're in education, we don't know how the education will be next year, what books we will be reading, what will be the modus operandi, whatever we are reading, are they going to add any value to our journey of becoming a professional? A whole lot of things are, are not very clear in any business. If you are in online business, what content strategy you must have, considering the regulations. So there are a lot of uncertainty, but there are 3-4 major uncertainty which are very visible. One is that there are a lot of tensions, geopolitical tensions all across the world. And that is why we are having this discussion on a 15th August, which is a holiday in India because of the Independence Day. So let's look at the known factors which are basically causing uncertainty. By the way, friends, if you have any opinion, any comment on this subject, you can join live with me right now. All lines are open. The process of joining with your camera and mic is given in the description below. All right. Having said that, let's move on. So, first of all, let's understand which are the uncertainty which are visible. One is the geopolitical tension. We know that there are a lot of geopolitical tension everywhere. You go to US, there is some tension happening there. If you go to Middle East, there is a lot of tension there, and it looks like that anytime the war may break out. If you go to Russia, Ukraine, that has already affected the world for last 3 years. India, China, Japan, China, Philippines, China, US. Whole lot of uncertainty based on the geopolitical situation that we are passing through. That is causing the concern. What is the uncertainty which is of a technical kind, which is the AI, implementation of AI, which is causing a lot of uncertainty for businesses, because people who understand how to use AI, then they can go ahead and implement, and then their uncertainty is slightly reduced, because the uncertainty is only because of how many people they need to employ, or they need to fire everyone, just rely on AI bots, or they have to do something else. Right now AI is not regulated, but tomorrow it may get into regulation, because there are a lot of people who wants to control the AI itself, because more control means there is more power. So if AI is going to become more prevalent, there may be somebody who would like to regulate and get more powerful. Then there are other uncertainty, especially with regard to your pandemic situation. One of the pandemic has affected the world. Every day there are new kinds of epidemics are emerging in different parts of the world. We do not know which one will actually come more prominent and which will start affecting you and me, whichever part of the world you are living in. So there is a lot of uncertainty with regard to health and healthcare services, how you will actually get the healthcare. Then there are a lot of uncertainty about the inflation. Things are getting beyond reach for common man. Everywhere you go to Europe, you go to India, you go to America, inflation is everywhere affecting. In fact, we are seeing the inflation all across the world. Some governments are talking about it, some governments are not talking about it and keeping their people in dark. So inflation is very real. Things are becoming much more expensive, and because of that, there is a lot of uncertainty in terms of where you should do business, how you should do business. Lastly, where the customers are. If there is a cash crunch situation, then obviously you're looking for paying client. And if the people don't have money to buy things from you, then where will you go and sell your services? So there are certain issues like this which are affecting everybody. Where is the customer? How inflation will be, treating me next year? How much money I should save? Whether I should become more aggressive, invest for the sake of my future business, or shall I wait? Let's see what happens. So there are a lot of uncertainty which is affecting the world today, all across, from all directions. Tell me if you think otherwise. Tell me something that I have not spoken so far. And if you feel that no, there is no uncertainty, I will be more than happy to engage with you in a discussion around that. But nevertheless, let us understand that there are uncertain situations that we are dealing with today, and it is very difficult to make any sort of projections, any sort of long-term plans in order to modify, to take your business to the next level height. All right, let's move to the next point, and that is, what if you have a setback? So in spite of the lack of business, lack of customers, lack of money, you go ahead and make a calculated risk, and then you suffer a setback. Then what happens after that? Or you have been having constant setback for last couple of years because of this situation, because this situation that we have discussed today did not happen today. It has been going on for last couple of 3-4 years, or even I think 2020 is the year of reckoning, when the whole situation started to take a southward turn. So if you have been having setback, what is the way out? Some people react in a way that if there is a setback, they will say, okay, now I have suffered enough setback, I will not take any decision, and this is something which I will not like to go ahead. I'll just stay put, whatever the case may be, and I will see, wait and watch, etc. Now, in the business, when you do wait and watch, the opportunity lost. People say that opportunity will knock at your door, but if you don't accept that opportunity, it will be opportunity lost. So what happens here? What you should do in order to avoid that dilemma? So in understanding the uncertainty, you have to also understand what you will have to do if you come across an uncertain situation, and if you suffer a setback, and if you are plagued by that idea of setback, what you have to do. So these are certain things which are affecting us. We will come to the solution in the end, but let's first understand what is going on. Then there are a lot of complex situations which are happening around us. It's not only things happening in isolation. Things are not happening in isolation. Things are happening which are affecting everybody in the world. And one thing will lead to the other. It's very, very real that it is not something which is just going on in one country. Whatever is happening is common across. Now, if you look at last week news, there were unrest in several countries which are totally unrelated. There was unrest in Bangladesh, there was unrest in India, there was unrest in US, there was also unrest in Kenya. And then there are other unrest situations in Europe, in UK, there has been unrest going on in London, in the main capital city. So every country is going through some sort of unrest, and if your customers are located in UK and if you're based in India, then you are definitely affected by that unrest in that country, also in your country. If your customers are based in Kenya and if you're in India, you are definitely affected, because there will be shutdown, there will be curfew, there will be embargo, there will be some bilateral issue that is going to happen. Whatever happened in Bangladesh, a lot of countries are now guarding themselves. So there are very complex things which are happening, and you cannot say that, oh, I'm too small in the whole scheme of things, it may not affect. But that is not right. It is affecting equally everyone. So whatever is happening in the world today, whether it is geopolitical tension, whether it is implementation of AI, or changing business paradigm, geopolitical tension, wars, you are all affected by it. everybody is affected. Whether you are a very small person in the value chain, you are still paying for that extra tax which governments are asking, right? So the narratives are very complex. It is not easy for you to understand, grasp, and therefore for businesses it is very, very important to understand what they have to do, which is that vision must be there, what they will be doing after 5 years, what they will be doing after 4 years, 3 years, and so on. So if you don't have this understanding of the complex situation, your vision will also be limited. Let's move to the next point, and that is about the planning. So as I said, vision is very important and planning is also very important. And since online space is opened up quite a bit, most of the things which are happening today are actually happening online, and therefore your method of approaching things have to be predominantly on online business. So if you do not have a strategy to bring an online element, if you do not have strategy to bring AI into the mainstream of your business, then you will not be able to do a lot of planning, because you will always be chasing this issue of how much people I need to hire, what provisions I have to make in terms of arranging for salaries, how much money I should charge my customers when the customers are paying less and less because of the inflation. So the only way out for you in business is to go online and look at AI as your partner, which will help you reduce your cost, also reduce your expenses. So the planning is all about understanding the situation that you are handling right now, and then going forward with this. All right. Now, when it comes to geopolitical tension, there is nothing you can do about it. You have to go with the flow, or if your government allows some sort of referendum, you can actually express your opinion. Otherwise, it is out of your hand. It is beyond you as business people. Therefore, if there is geopolitical tension happening in different parts of the world, please look at the local market. Go online, generate your local brand equity, look at the local market rather than looking at the export business opportunity. So I think this is where the world is moving, where adaptation of AI and there are a lot of local emphasis being given. The global business is very uncertain at this point in time. So even governments are doing those kind of businesses. They have a different appetite. However, if you are in business, and if you are medium-sized business, then you better look at the local market, start developing online business, start playing around with AI, and also start looking at the local market, because that will be in your control, and that market will not be too much affected by the things which are happening between the countries, between the continents. All right. So this is one solution that I can offer you. By the way, if you have any thoughts, any comments, feel free to send across your thoughts and comments. All right. Let's move to the next point very quickly. And in this situation, your thought process, your leadership skills will have to be really top notch, because your team is looking towards you as a leader. Your team is asking you to solve issues. Your team is saying that, okay, since you are the leader, you will be able to sail through all situations, because you are the leader. Of course, you are not one of the team members. You are, of course, a team member, but then you are also leading the team. So the team is looking at you, relying on you, that you will take the company in the rough weathers of all this era of uncertainty, and then you will help them cross the bridge. And therefore, in today's environment, your leadership quality is very, very important. And now, if you buckle up under pressure, then everything will get disintegrate. And there is so much uncertainty. There is nothing much you can do. You can't follow a book. You can't really follow a process set norm today, because things are changing very rapidly. So therefore, your leadership quality, your maturity will help your company and your team also. So this is the time to show your leadership skill. Everybody says that you are the leader, but this is the time when the challenging situation will come across your organization, and you will have to show your leadership skill by keeping your flock together, keeping your faculties on your shoulders. So this is very important. So friends, we have come to the end of our discussion today. It's a very, very critical scenario we have today in business in terms of how do you grow your business, how do you generate more revenue, what progression you have to plan for your business, what uncertainty will affect you, but then you don't have a solution right now immediately, what you should do. Whole lot of open-ended questions are there, and people with very strong leadership skills will be able to easily sail through. So friends, thanks for watching me live, and I look forward to receiving your comments on this. Bye for now.